Okay, time has finally come for this channel. Exciting time. I can get a chance to have a look at full self-driving. We're in Hobart, so not sure how much footage has been taken around Hobart, but hopefully you'll enjoy seeing some of the sights around Hobart while we test out how the Tesla goes. So let's have a go. So hold this, and then we put our foot on the brake to confirm. Okay. Just another go at that. So Tesla kindly lent me one of their vehicles to test drive around, so it's just in demo mode, but we got it worked out, and it's time to get going. Just press accelerate and get started, and it should do the rest. Pull itself out of the parking lot.
Now turn left onto Lloyd Lane.
So we're going to do a bit of a loop around some of the bridges around Hobart. I'll try and comment as much as I can while still paying attention to what's going on. As everyone would know by now and has been emphasised many times, we're looking at a supervised full self-driving. So the person that drives it has to remain active and involved at all times, ready to take over at any point. And I prefer not to get a strikeout, so I'll be paying attention to the road and may stop commentating if I need to concentrate. Did that little left turn really well.
In 200 metres, turn left onto Goodwood Road.
I love it how the navigation system is telling itself what to do. It's fantastic.
Now turn left onto Goodwood Road.
But full self-driving aside, one thing I'd love to be able to do would be change the navigation voice to something that whatever you like. That'd be a cool feature to pull in. With AI nowadays, it couldn't be too hard to something like 11 Labs generate your own voice and then upload it and say, speak in this accent. I think the good old, I don't know if it's Garmin or TomTom, used to have the ability to load in like celebrity voices and stuff. It was very cool. Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff. So I believe that there's only one mode to run full self-driving in Australia at the moment, whereas in the US they've got three. Relax, normal and hurry or something like that. But despite that, it doesn't feel like it didn't crawl around that corner. It took it at a good pace. It responded to the green light really quickly. Something that I'm looking forward to be able to get this in my own vehicle is what do you call it? The change from auto steer beta, which has been in beta for a long time. We're in situations like if I had auto steer on there, that car coming out would have caused the system to brake quite heavily, and in full self-driving it's just kind of flawless. Saw what was happening, didn't freak out. Even on the way here, I had a situation where I had it on, and a car decided it wanted to come up to try and turn onto the road. It was doing the right thing, but the auto steer mechanism, like, it's just not expecting cars to be entering into the traffic, and so it just slams the brakes on. So super keen to be able to get this in my own vehicle and say goodbye to those days of phantom braking. Or to be fair, it's not phantom braking, it's just overly aggressive braking. So we're heading out over the Bowen Bridge now, crossing the Derwent. Beautiful part of Hobart, this area. I might just switch the navigation so you get a bit of a view of both. I have to pay attention to the road, so checking the speed limit. Let's make sure it drops to 70 just here. Indeed it has. It went up to the full 80 kilometers an hour there. I've seen other videos where it struggles to get to the speed limit, but it was doing 80 just fine there. It's dropped below now. We'll see if it brings itself back up. Got a left lane ends merge right. Will it handle that? No problem.
In 2 kilometers, enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
Fairly conservative around these bends, but that's okay. If you've got a Tesla and you're used to the auto steer, you can use it in situations like this. But I've always found it is a little unnatural in the way that it takes a little longer to slow down for the bend, and then takes longer to speed up again. So whereas normally the way I drive and the way a lot of people drive, we sort of slow down into the bend and accelerate out. And the auto steer never really did that. We kind of tried to keep as much to speed as possible and would slow down for a curve where it had to. But sometimes slow down too late and too heavily and then take too long to accelerate again, whereas this is much more smoother. It's more cautious than I would be, but definitely driving a lot more human-like, which is a good sign. Okay, it looks like we're at some point up here we're going to have it.
Now enter the roundabout and take the first exit.
Stop and come back, we'll see what happens.
In 300 meters, your destination will be on the left.
So we've put in the Rivervale Dam, seeing whether it'll get into the parking lot, but if not, that's fine, we'll take over.
Now your destination is on the left.
I don't think it's going to do that, no, it's just going to keep going. Okay, we're just going to take over. We'll just look for somewhere to turn around.
You should be able to re-engage now. It's going to re-map.
Okay. It's found another way around doing what we want to do, which is cool. Although it is an 80 zone, thankfully no one's behind me. I'm not sure what it's doing, but I'm just going to accelerate and push it up to 80. just give it a little nudge to say, hey, it's okay. You got this. It is kind of incredible that this car quite likely hasn't been on some of the roads it's about to take before. Never seen it. It's into encountering these situations for the first time and just figuring out what it needs to do. It'll be fun and interesting seeing this come over the Tasman Bridge. Tasman Bridge switches, similar to the Sydney Harbour Bridge, switches between, dynamically between active open lanes, depending on time of day. And if you're in the right-hand lane, you're facing the oncoming traffic directly. It'd be kind of scary. A lot of people try to avoid that. We'll just see what this one chooses and how we go, and see if it's able to determine which are the active lanes at any given point in time. It also doesn't take long to get very comfortable and just completely trust the system. It doesn't do anything that makes you your heart skip or makes you worry. It's like a very relaxed Sunday drive. Figured out that eventually. We've picked a pretty quiet time of day, so it hasn't got too much traffic to deal with, which is nice for it. It's interesting, it's picked 100, dropping here to 80. I'm not sure if that was a 100 zone or not, but probably was. Something I actually don't know how. It must just go from mapping. If it hasn't seen a sign, turns onto a road and knows it's 100. Let's just grab it from mapping data. Like to see how it approaches yellow lights actually. haven't hit any yet, but hopefully we come across one that turns yellow as we approach and see if it moseys on through, or because I imagine it's going to try and avoid braking too. Here you go, yellow light. Okay, it's going all the way through. See, I probably would have hit the brakes on that one. It's gone all the way through and turned red halfway through, so probably just made it. Not sure how, if that was a red light camera, the situation would be like, whether there would have been a flash or not. It's pretty funny, I just mentioned that. Straight away it comes up. Going through Lindisfarne on the eastern side of the Derwent, and we're going back across the bridge to the Brooker Highway, back up to the Tesla dealership in Derwent Park. I think it is Moona. Hopefully get into a bit more traffic and situations it has to be able to deal with some skill. It's doing a great job so far. Try our best not to have to interfere or stop the recording, just so you can sort of see that it's an uninterrupted drive, that we didn't cheat in any way. Or you see there's only one takeover, and that was more of a mapping thing where we screwed up the navigation for it, so it was up to us to kind of tell it that we wanted to keep going and let it reroute itself, which it did just fine. Noticed the visualizations in this are a little bit different to my Model 3 without full self-driving. Seem to have a bit more of an overview of the lights and stuff. Zoomed out to a bird's eye view to get to that situation. And I know that the graphics are changing soon. Apparently there's a change to Unreal Engine at some point. Okay, let's just have a look at how this handles the entry onto the bridge. It's usually a set of traffic lights that feeds you into the bridge, and you sometimes have to merge left. So here we can see that if it doesn't merge left, it's going to be in the wrong lane, so it's going to need to merge. I just want to see how this handles it. It did that beautifully. You see here, there's 2 left are green and the 3 on the right are red. So we're in the lane opposing one of the traffic, and it's not panicking, which is nice. We just have to hope it doesn't decide to change lanes to the right-hand lane. Okay, it's going to the left. There you go. It's making sure that I feel safe. Very nice little Tesla. speed cameras on this bridge permanently, so we wouldn't want to be going over 70 right now. Thankfully we're well under. Okay, normally I would have taken the left there and gone the other way to get back to the north side of Hobart. This has chosen a different route, that's fine. Looks like it's gonna... I have to keep an eye on the road. Okay, it's gonna do a strange little loop around and back. That's fine, we'll just see how it handles it.
In 300 meters, bear left towards Cenotaph domain.
Would be keen to see how this handles an emergency vehicle coming from behind. Okay, that's missed.
Now bear left towards Cenotaph.
I'm just going to take over here. Just because it should have turned left before that point.
Now turn left to stay on Bickley Drive.
I'll let it take over in a sec. We're engaging. So it really should have turned left before that line went solid and got into that lane, and it didn't. Just as I took over, it was doing
now
it.
Turn right onto Davis Avenue.
So it's using this little loop underneath here to do a UE. Now we have to see how this handles getting into this. It's usually fairly heavy traffic, but lucky again. Braking the cars there, so that got it straight on, no problem.
In 300 meters, bear right to stay on Tasman Highway. Now bear right to stay on Tasman
I'm just
Highway.
going to take over again. Because its mapping has got it confused about the way to go. Okay, now I'll take over. Merge itself as necessary. Okay, so because it's just so new to Australia and especially down here in Tasmania, I think there's just mapping issues that it's just going to take time for little errors like that to sort of report. The team to look at and correct any little mistakes. It's not really a full self-driving issue so much as just a mapping issue.
I think that it picked up that we were still going to the Tasman Bridge through our routing.
Yeah, so potentially just actually a human error there by the way we put in the navigation set up to try to do the loop. quite a difficult turn. I'm gonna pay attention to the road here because we've got cars coming at 80 k's an hour down the hill around a bend, and so this has to be able to see up the hill around the bend and know that it's clear to get on. Doesn't take the opportunity, I might take it. It's going for it. It's super impressive that that did that right then. Give that 10 out of 10 that. It's quite a sketchy turn at the best of times. We're heading back north on the Brooker Highway, back towards the Tesla dealership, a couple of minutes away. Yeah, so if we can handle something like that, that was the first time I was a little nervous, just would it pull out when there's a car flying down and the car would have to slam on its brakes to let us in, and it didn't. Or would it just wait forever and not actually be able to find a space? I'm trying to be too cautious, but it found one, slotted itself in brilliantly. Okay, this is great. It's had enough waiting for the buses and trucks. It's like meant to be able to go 80 here. What's going on? Super keen to get this on my own vehicle, and then now this is interesting. Let's slow the ride down. It's not sure what's going on with that bus on the left, but I may just push the accelerator. Oh, I think it's 40. Ah, so it has read the 40 on the bus, and it's confused that with a speed limit. That's funny. So there's something they're going to have to work on. Be able to adjust. Say if a speed limit is a moving target, it's probably not the actual road speed limit. It's very interesting. I still think it's 40. I don't know if it's gonna. You might have to wait till it sees another speed limit to switch to 80. There was a button I could press to send feedback on that one. This has got to get in the left lane in the next 900 meters to be able to turn into the Tesla dealership. Might just wondering if I end and restart, if it'll pick it up. I'm going to end it. I'm just taking over because it doesn't know that it's 80, and I need to be able to get in front of this truck. There it goes. It's figured it's 80 again, so now I'll let it get itself into the left lane.
In 300 meters, your destination will be on the left.
Get in front of this truck, buddy. I'm going to just take over. Because I didn't set the destination to actually park.
Now your destination is on the left.
It didn't actually know that I had to turn into this driveway. Okay, so I've just switched back over to my own Model 3, but I just thought I'd explain a couple of things there. So the destinations a few times weren't pinned correctly for the nav system, in the nav system basically, for the car to know, oh, he wants to go and, you know, park here, including just at the end there at this dealership. So that's why I took over, because it just needed to know not to just sort of stop on the side of the road near the destination, and that was just our fault in when we pre-configured everything to do that loop. So hopefully next time we do it, we'll do a better job of that, and we can actually sort of see it do a bit of attempting to pull in and park, and see how that goes.